Devotion to St. Michael and the Angels, Day 4, Fourth Day, in charge of God's angels. St. Paul expressly states that the specific mission of the angels is to minister to men who have not yet attained the heavenly kingdom. Are they not all ministering spirits sent to minister to them who shall receive the inheritance of salvation? Hebrews 1:14. Every soul, continues St. Anselm, is confided to an angel at the same moment that it is united to its body. Tradition cannot on this matter be more general, more uninterrupted, or more uniform. Although the salvation of our souls is the principal object of solicitude with our tutelar angels, yet they extend their care so far as to procure us the goods of this life. Also they preserve us from accidents to which we are all exposed, and deliver us from evils when we have fallen into them. They will carry you in their hands, says the Scripture, lest you should hurt yourselves against a stone. The Lord will send his angels round those who fear him, and he will deliver them from all their tribulations. The holy angels procure us temporal goods by preventing the demons from injuring us. Our weakness, said St. Hilary, could not resist the mass of the evil spirits without the assistance of our guardian angels. God aiding. At St. Cyril, we have nothing to fear from the powers of darkness, for it is written, the angel of the Lord will encamp round those who fear him, and will deliver them. The guardian angels are not content with enabling us to avoid the snares of the devil and turning us away from vice. They also assist us in the practice of all virtues, but they have a more special care of the just in proportion to their fervour in the practice of virtues, so that sin seems to remove them to a distance, inasmuch as it interprets or diminishes more or less the effects of their vigilance. Catechism. As for the soul, the angels can and readily do act in a manner now ordinary, now extraordinary, to an extent which is difficult to realize. The understanding owes many precious lights to them. Regarding angelic operations on the human will, the universal experience of mankind testifies how many inspirations of good angels are efficacious in leading us to virtue. On the other hand, how often the suggestions of the wicked spirits are efficacious in leading us to vice. But the good angels disperse the midst of error, lead back the senses to their original purity, and produce a kind of internal light in the soul, by means of which it is enabled to see things in their true character. Such are in their nature the admirable creatures whom we call the good angels. Wherever we go, writes Cardinal O'Connell in his beautiful pastoral on the holy angels, this angelic partnership is never interrupted. Heavenly spirits shield us from bodily dangers, and minister to us in our temporal needs. Intent upon the salvation of our souls, they instruct us, they protect us, they plead for us with God. To every want of the soul through life they minister, that they may assist it to arrive safely at its journey's end. All this they do for us, if we but let them. Every help that they can give it is ours, if we but welcome them, and gratefully cooperate with them. Many are the motives which prompt such constant devotion to our interests. These celestial patrons, we know, are close to the merciful heart of the Redeemer. They understand, therefore, his untiring concern for our welfare, and from that inexhaustible fountain of love they imbibe the tenderest affection in our regard. However, what especially enhances the intensity of their affection is the fact that they have a divine commission to watch over us, and to be for us here upon earth the instruments of God's mercies. That this it is that urges them to sweep down from their golden skies, to flash swiftly and joyously through the dim air of this lower world, that they may assure us of their love, and be at hand in all fear and trouble. And with what admirable solicitude and unceasing watchfulness do these protecting angels fulfill their divine commission with regard to us. At every moment, though unseen, they are by our side. They never forsake us from the first breath we draw until we have entered into the possession of our eternal destiny. They hover about the babe slumbering in its crib. They guide the timid and untried steps with which childhood and youth enter upon life, at first so strange and at all times so full of perils. They hold out a helping hand to strong and rugged manhood, seasoned by struggles with the forces of evil, and bearing perhaps the scars which the wounds of sin have made. And when the light of light is transformed into the darkness and gloom of age, with its dreams unrealized and its hopes cherished in vain, guardian angels are near to support the bent form and tottering steps, and to banish the shadows of loneliness and sorrow. The lives of the saints reveal that many of them had devotion to their guardian angels. Some were even privileged with the familiar companionship of their angels and received visible proofs of the services which the holy angels render to those under their charge. St. Rose of Lima, the first American blossom of sanctity upon whom Holy Church conferred public veneration, lived a life of great purity and innocence. From early childhood she was privileged to hold familiar intercourse with the holy angels. From numerous difficulties and dangers she was delivered by her holy angel, and she once declared that her guardian angel did whatever she asked him to do. Pope St. Gregory the Great was tenderly devoted to his guardian angel. It was to him that he owed the obtaining of the papal dignity. During the time the saint was abbot of a monastery he had built in Rome, his guardian angel frequently appeared to him, disguised as a poor merchant, and begged for alms. After he became pope, St. Gregory adopted the custom of daily feeding 12 poor persons. Among these he beheld one whose virtuous bearing impressed him deeply. Upon inquiring of this person who he was, he received a reply, "I am the poor merchant to whom you gave, besides $12, the silver dish of your mother. This act of charity which I caused you to perform prepared you for the dignity of high priest. I am your angel. Fear not, Gregory. God sent me to tell you that you would obtain everything you asked for through my service. For as I was the cause of your being raised to the chair of Peter, I shall also protect and preserve you in this position until death." What a beautiful meditation. Thank you for listening with me.